Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play XCOM Terror from the Deep, the Impossible Challenge! As we wave around our mouse frustratedly. We're going to continue this crash site which we've begun. In the meantime, between the videos that you've seen, I've actually taken the opportunity to do a little bit of offline practice in order to get a bit better at the game. With the addition of strategies such as fire teams. Fire teams are a good idea in my opinion. I'm going to throw this chemical flare further forward. Come on. Come on. That so helps, by the way, Boom. You did well. So the idea of this particular strategy is that in this case Boom would be probably sitcom lead would be better at it, but Boom would be progressing forward using about a third of her time units moving forward, while Sitcom lead would be shooting down any threats that Boom can see. This exploits the reaction fire mechanics and just creates an easier time for our troops as they can cover each other. The tried and true strategy which I have deployed in my previous videos of just letting people die if they die is, you know, admirable. You know, it shows that I'm a real man to make that sort of sacrifice. But it also shows that it's just a little bit careless. We need to deploy cleverer strategies if we're going to succeed here today. So, we're just going to need to get down to that craft, clear out the people inside. Skynox will probably need to just take a manual walk down soon. And meanwhile, the Sealank of gas cannon tank shall progress onwards. Just doing a general sweep. We are using the heavy weapons platform, or submersible weapon system rather, as a scouting device for the time being. But we'll also learn to integrate that into a heavy support unit as well. In the end, I'm aiming to have two squads of 3 men each, and one tank with each squad. I believe that's a solid unit. And the tank, of course, would absorb fire and provide some heavy support. The third member of every squad, so you have the scout, the sniper, and the third member would be the heavy weapons. These are people who would be carrying magnapacks around and lobbing them at our foes. I believe that's a good strategy. We're definitely going to give it a shot. So we're going to get Boom to advance. Who's actually got the best accuracy here? Boom's got 20%. Shut up, dogs. And Sitcom Lead is 24%. So Sitcom Lead will be our sniper and Boom shall be our scout. You see, this not using the whole scout bar, this is good. It means the reaction fire will be fully available at our disposal. It means we'll move a little bit slowly, but that's what's necessary to not die immediately. That's right. Skynox, as much as I wanted you on top of that boat, we just need to keep going forwards. We don't seem to have any threats close by that would have fired upon us by now, so just going to have you join up with the rest of the squad. Not sure what we're going to do with our commanding officer though, because the strategy I described, the squad disposition, works best when you have three on both, you know, two teams of three. And of course, if you put a tank in there as well for each person, you know, you're suddenly out of space for your commanding officer. So just have to see how we go. I believe that's a good turn for the time being. These guys have moved, haven't they? Yes, they have. A shot was fired upon good old Boom. Fortunately, we can use Boom to do some scouting. Take a step forward, another step forward, and a third step forward, recovering the chemical flare, and of course lobbing it further forwards. She immediately gains visibility of the enemy Gillman, and so now Sitcom Lead can engage the Gillman with impunity. Hopefully. There goes the staircase, there goes the Kroll, and the third shot whizzes past the Gillman completely. That was a bit pathetic. Fortunately, Boom is unharmed, so the next step is to get Boom into cover. Wow, you do not have time units to do that? Okay, there you are. There you're in cover. Cool. Next turn, Boom can come out, and we'll have another go at sniping him. Of course, 25% is not an excellent chance to engage him safely. And Skynox might be able to take a supporting fire role here as well, with his 40% accuracy. Ah, look at that, sniping down from the cabin of the ship, the bowels of the ship more like, to provide some long-range interdiction. It's good. I don't even know what interdiction means. It's great. It's very Princess Bride. So we have the accidental dentist progressing forwards. Ideally, actually, he should be recovering this chemical flare. We'll get the general manager to do that today. Must also keep in mind the general manager is limited in the amount of time units he has. She has. It's a little bit of a breaking the strategy there, getting that flare, but we should be okay. Alright, let's continue to have the Sea Anchor encircle this craft. That's right, my superior XCOM strategies coming forth here. Because we're going to need to have superior strategies if we're going to be able to take on an alien colony successfully. And don't worry, people will die left, right and centre, no problem. As you can tell, there is a large number of enemies inside the alien craft. So now Boom can resume the scouting duties. Retrieving this chemical flare and throwing it further forwards. Eventually. Cool. Can't see anything new. And the sitcom lead can progress forwards just slightly. Here we go. Skynox 2, the man, with the plan and the torpedo launcher shall advance towards our foes. And of course General Manager lobbing this chemical flare further forwards. And now he can get the dentist to do his scouting duties. That's cool. Dogs. Messing around as usual, pooing on the floor. So let us continue with the dentist and the manager. That's a good move. I think I accidentally got him to move, I did. Whoops. Meant to click on Skynox and that happened. Oh well. It does happen, doesn't it? Let us quickly switch over to the Sea Anchor tank and just take a little bit of a whiz around the corner. We don't want to take too much of a whiz though, because we might get caught. That seems good. We need to, of course, wait for the sweeping of this area to be complete, and then we'll have these crew here sweep down towards this ship. Dogs, please! Thank you. Let us now enter. As you can see, a Gillman is present, taking a little stroll outside of his crashed submarine. I know this is a landed submarine. It was just going for a walk. Walkies! He's still there. Let us now engage the Gillman. And again, engage again. Second shot wasn't so good. Let us now face our fear. So the dentist a little bit embarrassed by his earlier efforts, so now I have to progress this way. He has visibility of the enemy alien, but of course he can't do anything about it. Let's just hope that the tank continues to absorb fire as it's meant to. You can usually handle one sonic cannon shot. One. Alright, now we go to Boom, who will take a few steps forward. A little bit of a whiz around. Seems that we've cleared the area of enemy aliens. We will need to collect this chemical flare next turn. And let's not get our crew separated. So I have Sitcom lead advance. Excellent. Alright, let us now end turn. Shots were fired, but once again the Sea Anchor remains unfazed by the enemy's sonic attacks and makes the kill cleanly, securely, with the minimum of fuss. So now we have the vehicle positioned in such a way that it's overwatching this area. It does have rubbish reactions, 20. Its accuracy has been reduced by its damage, wow. But we should still be fine. The dentist shall advance, and the general manager shall also do the same, but in a bit more of a roundabout way, in order to have a clearer line of fire. Skynox will do the same, just bolting as fast as he can of his torpedo launcher. Alright, that's a good turn. Shots were fired, and the vehicle is finally destroyed. I'm not going to take any further steps at the dentist because we'd like to have that security. It's a good position, but I think a few further squares further along would be safer. There's lots of obstructing objects there, the coral and the staircase there, so we're fairly safe. The vehicle met its demise, and that's expected from leaving it out in the open, and we should learn from that mistake for next mission. So collecting another chemical flare, we're going to throw that one forwards. Ah yes, the flare of chemicals. I just went all RPG on you, sorry about that. Let's end turn. So we can see the enemy aliens. Of course, our low time units didn't help our reaction fire there, but we do have visibility. Visibility is a good thing. So we're going to just swivel around a little bit, take some shots. It's clear that there are enemy aliens there. Do we even have time units to throw a magnifac? Probably not. What's your strength, dentist? Probably not good enough. Let's give it a shot. That's good enough for me. Take a step away. And we shall watch in joy and horror as the enemy alien is destroyed. The general manager is going to remain on his full-time units because that will increase his defences against enemy reaction fire. That's destroyed the door, which is good to see. Will allow us easier time getting in there. Of course, we can immediately see an enemy alien right now. So the general manager will take a shot. We'll crouch to do so. Can't actually see him if he crouches, so let's just take an aim shot. And that's a fail, so let's just crouch out the way. It's a shame we don't have another chemical flare. Would have been good to grab one along the way, but we just seem to be fresh out of chemical flares. Unless we're standing on one, which we're not. Does Skynox have one? No. He's carrying a torpedo launcher. Why would he be carrying one? So we're just going to get him to keep coming around. It's not really safe for him to continue to advance further, though, because of just this the openness of this area. We're going to get the dentist to crouch and provide some overwatch of his own. We can see this enemy alien is there. Meanwhile, over here, Civcom Lead, who's not meant to be the one exploring, shall advance slightly. We'll get our boom to come over this way. Cast a glance that way, grab the flare, throw it further forward over here. Cool. There's nothing in this area. I think we can call this area clear, which is cool. Alright, now on to the next task, which is ending turn. Turn 16. The enemy alien remains in its previous location. We're going to snipe it again. That's a good snipe, but not good enough. Let's crouch out of its field of vision. And then accidentally move. This does, however, let Skynox get into position. Is it worth snapping? Not with a torpedo launcher. Fortunately, these stairs are providing a nice amount of cover. Ah, there's the flare. The dentist's head was obscuring it. But we have now recovered his head. We've now got a large amount of visibility there. We can't quite see anything at the moment, but we'll move the general manager back shortly. I think it's probably time for the Skynox to change his weapon as well. We'll get to that shortly. Alright, so we'll get Boom to come on down along with the Civcom Lead. Both of these crew have done very well. Boom will recover the flare. I think that's the more important task. Because we should still approach this area here cautiously. Although it's pretty much clear at this point. They just need to come on down and support the penetration of the craft. Let's end turn. So we certainly have visibility, but not much. So it's good to regain our previous location. Take that aimed shot. It's a good aimed shot. Well then crouch. This won't allow us to reload this turn, but it will allow us to just remain safe from enemy aggression. So let's get Skynox to crouch, prevent him from taking any further damage, as the dentist continues to approach this corner. We need to approach corners properly in order to prevent exposing ourselves to free reaction fire. I think this way is the best way to approach corners, not the sharpness of it, just having a slightly shallower curve creates fewer opportunities for being attacked. I'm sounding very credible because we've actually not lost anybody yet. Of course, someone will die and it'll just all immediately go, that whole professional approach. That's right. Professionals have standards. I'm not a professional. Not yet, anyway. So we're going to continue to press on. Boom's doing a good job. I think we just need to get these girls to bolt. She's the sitcom leader, man. No, that's a woman as well. So we have a girl team over here. It's good to see. Alright, so that was a decent turn. We've killed another alien. Let's end turn. Up. Skydox takes the hit, unfortunately. And does that mean that we cannot see our aggressors? No, we can see him indeed. Let's take a shot. Wasn't good enough. Can't even crouch. We don't have time units for that nonsense. So, let's just kill him, shall we? Just keep doing it. Just keep killing him. That worked. Crouch. Reduce your profile. Turn 19 approaches. So as you can see, the dentist performed his special blend of dentistry quite well. We now have overwatch of the target area. It's a shame that Skydox met his demise. We'll have to revive him at some point in the future. I'll just make a quick note of that now, actually, so we don't miss out on that. Alright, so the girls shall keep trumbling on down. Cool beans. Bam bam. And there goes my phone. We're going to ignore the phone as we continue to play XCOM, Terror from the Deep. And then we'll probably just end turn at this point. Turn 20, it's good to see. The dentist advances. That's a brief look around. Still can't see anything though. It is worth a look. I might deploy my secret use the Magnapack explosive trick. Does the dentist have a taser? Unfortunately not. He can't perform any close-range dentistry of his own. That's okay. It is okay. We're going to have to get the manager to come on down. It's cool. Turn 21. Let's get Boom in here, shall we? It's the wrong weapon to do this with. We're going to have to get the manager and Boom to do it. They do not have the tools they need. Cool. Let's get him in there. Not that I mind just throwing a grenade in there and killing everyone. It's a good plan, actually. Cool. Come on. Actually, hang on. He's not going to have time units to move again after we do that. Let's not be stupid, shall we? Cool. Then we run for our lives. Seems reasonable. Cool. All that did is destroy valuable equipment. Well, that was worthwhile. Cool. Let's get Boom in there, shall we? And General Manager. I hate attacking these cruisers. So annoying. Cool. good amount of overwatch over the area. I moved general manager by accident, but that happens. So there's the enemy alien there. So now they've gained visibility of the enemy alien, Boom's going to just go in and kill him. Hi there. How would you like to die today? No? Oh. It's not for everyone, I suppose. The general manager, however, knows, what the customer wants. It's going to provide some extra Gorse damage. Oh, there's another happy customer. So let's go and help that customer out there, shall we? Hi there. Would you like to... Oh, I think they just should die. Yeah, another happy customer. Cool. And so here we are with another successful mission completed. A rating of good. We did lose an XCOM operative, the noble Skynox was slain, and of course 2 tanks were destroyed. Got a loss of 37 points, 57 in total. How we've done well overall. A large amount of alien components and of course artifacts. I do love that positive 77 we get from the artifacts. From researching no artifacts you get a lot of score, and of course we need that score. I wonder if any of you have noticed the new music that we've added to the game. Accidental Dentist is now an ensign. I managed to find a new sound card. Oh! Of course this is the... it looks like a battleship, but I can tell you for a fact, we actually don't want to do this. We do not have enough Barracudas to engage that thing safely. For a large, you need about 3 Barracudas. So what we're going to do is help our Navy out of it. Let's check which submarine has peak belonged. That's Triton 3. We're going to sell Triton 4. We don't need it. Not anymore, we've got enough bases to attack. We're going to sell Triton 4. We're then going to purchase a new Triton, so a new Barracuda. Barracuda, probably 7 by now. Get some extra depleted uranium pellet torpedoes, and of course, some launchers. Once again, we're a bit low in space. Let's sell some junk. I'm tempted to phase out the hydrojet cannon. I love the concept of it, but it does seem to be a little bit weak at the moment. Alright, well, it's fine now, but we're going to struggle against, lobstermen with it. You need high-powered weapon, high-punch weapon, whereas the hydrojet cannon's mini-missiles are more of a DPS solution to combat, rather than a punch of burst. When we need burst for this particular form of enemy we might be encountering soon. Hopefully not soon though. I would hate to see a lobsterman terrasite. If I do see a lobsterman terrasite, I'm getting out of there. We're going to sell as many alien objects as we can, alien iniquities. Of course we just don't need them, for any reason whatsoever. I might keep the submarine ones for the time being, just in case. We also don't need this many aquaplastics. So, out they go. In the most exciting bit of inventory Tetris you've ever seen. Boom. We should now have plenty of storage space. Yes, we do. So let's now purchase that Barracuda. And of course the necessary torpedo launchers and depleted uranium pellet torpedoes. 27 should be sufficient. Speaking of extra purchases, we'll need to get some extra Gorse cat. Again, we're out of space. Let's double check our equipped submarine screen, the Triton 3. We need one more vehicle. And of course another crew member. So let's get another crew member on there, and it shall be... it's not a different duck, maybe. MacGyver. MacGyver can come on. Need to rotate the crew experience around. So we're going to let that thing go, which is most certainly going to be a supply ship for this Antarctica base over there. All is good in the world. Many things could be happening this month. So there's the torpedo launcher. It's good. There's a small. We can shoot that down of our Barracudas. And continue pursuit. There we go. Let's engage it. It's another cruiser. Regrettably, unless you're using sonic oscillators or PWT torpedoes, there is no chance of actually destroying these. You're only going to crash them. But hey, it's another mission. And we get to disengage. Because we actually managed to miss that many torpedoes. All 6 of them missed. So let's now get onto that submarine. Continue pursuit. soon as that thing goes underwater, we're going to kill it with our torpedoes. Because alas, there's not enough space on the craft to house both aerial and underwater weapons. We do get epic music. Oh yes. And it's immediately downed, crashing to the bottom of the seabed. We're of course going to need to investigate this crash site. Let's just take a moment to examine our stores. We do have plenty of... Wow, that's why our space is gone. It's all those torpedoes. I suppose we could sell some more Zerbite. Yeah, sell some Zerbite. Honestly, we're not going to be using much. We need like a tiny amount for the end of the game. And we're only going to use it once. Just to build that one aircraft. Submarine. Alright, hopefully that's enough room for me to be able to get another tank. It is. Awesome. And as many bolts as we can fit, which is absolutely none. Awesome. Alright, so that's going to come on down. Barracuda's arrived. Let's quickly start loading in that Barracuda, which is refueling. Barracuda 6 with extra torpedoes. Yep, the crash site's gone. Oh well, we got one bolt. How about the seal anchors? That'd be good. There's the seal anchors. We're going to equip that onto the submarine. Bam. Yeah, I'm pretty content with everything else. Yeah, for the time being this can stay. I'm definitely going to be trying out more Magna Packs as time goes on though. In fact, what I might be doing is just dropping that torpedo launcher, grabbing those extra Magna Packs, probably 12 seems a good number. Dropping the hydrojet cannons for the time being, getting some extra gas cannons, and extra Gauss rifles. I'm a bit torn about the Gauss rifle. It works quite well against Gilman. Problem is once you get anything tougher than Gilman, it starts not working at all. And then you're like, well, I should have been carrying gas cannons all along. We're going to keep it for the time being. There's no harm in taking some. Take an extra medikit. Do we have any particle disturbance sensors under construction? Have we researched any? We apparently have. Let's get a particle disturbance sensor. We have plenty of technicians. Oh, let's produce 2. 2 seems good. We also could sell some medikits, because apparently we're doing that now. Producing 30 of them, so we got some surplus. Those are very small. This should be good target practice for the maiden voyage of Barracuda 6. And we've got Alien Sub 32, which will also shoot down our Barracudas. It's immediately landed. Should use our Triton to intercept this. After, of course, shooting down this very small, look at it, it's so dead. So dead. It's destroyed, and so it should be. Let's check our score for this month. And as you can see, we're currently off to a good start with the amount of about 250. It's a good score so far. Let's keep going. So we're going to begin the mission, I suppose. Let's do it. So here we are under the sea once again. Going to exit the Triton with our seal anchor gas cannon tanks. We have no idea what kind of enemy resistance to expect. We do know it's a land cruiser. What's better we know at this point, and the enemy type is Gilman once again. How unintimidating. We're going to have a quick look around the Triton, of course, gaining some visibility, which is important. It is, of course, the coral formations that are common around this particular area. We're just going to assess the current weight situation of all of our crew. It's decent. Boom, of course, loaded up with large amounts of grenades, and loyal subscriber who's got a similar disposition. Reasonably happy with the loadout. We're just going to have to see how it goes. Alright, so we're going to just immediately pair people off and just get them going. So, loyal subscriber will probably be the grenade-tossing veteran of this side. Except he's not going to move very far, but that's fine. Absolutely fine. Just take some pot shots over here. It's a good start. Getting some vital experience for MacGyver is of course what we need to continue to progress well in this game. It's a very interesting level of contrast as far as the undersea world is concerned today. We're going to get the dentist out. The dentist and MacGyver shall pair up to become sniper and scout, and of course loyal subscribers shall join with them as the heavy weapons of that team. The sitcom lead will be the scout of this particular team, and of course Boom shall be the explosives expert for this half, and these shall all stick reasonably well together to provide covering fire. So, let's end turn. There's a gill man over there. Should be this way. Apparently he's trying to evade us. I don't trust him. What do you think? Subscriber, what do you say? With your 29 strength. Out of range? I don't think so. So getting the sitcom lead to take a few steps forward, whiz around a bit. Wasn't alien right there, honestly. Boom isn't really able to take too many in the way of movements this turn. General Manager, of course, similar problem. But that's okay. We're doing our jobs and we're doing it well. The loyal subscriber coming on with his team as the dentist progresses. And of course MacGyver, who shall be the scout for this particular wing of our forces. We've gained visibility of the enemy alien. Can we engage it with the dentist? We certainly gave it a shot, that's for sure. Now, I don't believe it's actually correct to engage with the scout. I think it's just a matter of just retreating slightly. We're going to get the Sealankath to quickly check the rear of our operation here. It does seem that we are in the lower central area, so we might have to do a backwards and forwards movement a bit, but at least having a quick look around is not a bad judgment in my opinion. It does seem we are free from immediate danger from that front, so we're going to progress along the flanks we've already chosen. Bit of fire thrown towards that Sealankath, which of course is shrugged off immediately. MacGyver maintains visibility of the enemy alien, but the dentist will be taking the shot. And that's a dead gill man. Oh yes. So MacGyver shall just reposition himself in a sensible fashion. I've already got that well and truly primed, which is great. I'm just going to get the subscriber to just stand there. I'm going to have to screen people for strength for that particular role, because obviously we don't want to take any hits. So as you can see, the Sealankath completely shrugged off this attack. It's Boom got her grenade ready. Alas, you cannot throw it this particular turn, but there is a fair amount of rubbish in the middle anyway, so it would be difficult, but not impossible for her to engage. I'll just now have the sitcom lead engage. It's a decent effort. This is the strength of the Gauss rifle, as you can be a lot less accurate and get away with it. We're going to have Boom get ready with that. Of course, these members of the squad would get quite good at carrying stuff if I just kept giving them that job. If the way XCOM experience works, you do something, you get better at it. Alright, let's keep going. We'll get the Sealankath over here just to move up with the rest of the team. And then we'll call it a video. We'll end turn once more. Let's end turn. There we go. Now we'll call it a video. So when we come back, there'll be more XCOM Terror from the Deep.